All right, October. That's right. In case you don't know, these percentages. This is pretty much what people would do during the month. Like people that have online. Of course, I have Nintendo Switch Online, so that's why I'm able to see this extra information. Let me see. House versus House Sword tournament. Do I want to do that? All right. So I'll tell you what I will want to do. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's right. Supports. Gotta always make sure you update this stuff. All right. Have him flap his gums with Ignace, or as I call him, Ignacio.
Ah! Claude, why didn't you say anything?
You were praying so fervently, I didn't want to interrupt.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I wasn't praying.
No? What then?
I was just thinking about the goddess.
Were you now? Fascinating. Please, go on.
Not here. Let's go somewhere else.
So, you were pondering the existence of the goddess then?
Yes. All right, consider this. The archives here have all kinds of texts about the goddess, right? But when people tell stories of the goddess, it's only myths and legends that glorify her.
They probably hope to rake in more followers by glorifying the goddess as much as possible. That would be why the church tends to quietly shove all of their more questionable records under some secret rug somewhere.
Claude, don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said. I was just wondering what the goddess looks like. That's the kind of thing I like to think about.
What the goddess looks like? Well, I suppose if she really exists, she probably looks a lot like us. In fact, she probably wouldn't be so different from that old woman working here in the dining hall.
Claude, please stop. The goddess I imagine is absolutely beautiful.
How rude of you, Ignatz. I'm sure that old woman was lovely back in her day.
He's such a troll. I love Claude. All right, so let's see who Claude is gonna be picking a verbal fight with now. Hilda.
Huh? Are you actually reading, Hilda? I thought you hated studying.
Oh, hush. It's just a letter from my brother. He sends them all the time.
In case if any of you have never played Fire Emblem Three Hopes, which is an alternate timeline version of Three Houses, and it's more Muso or action RPG like, I definitely recommend it. One, and then secondly, the cool part is her brother is actually a playable character in the game. That's how much of the timeline shifts. So, food for thought.
Your brother, huh? Isn't he known as a great general of the Alliance? A true beacon of...
Don't even start. That's got nothing to do with me.
Uh-oh, better not let your brother hear you say that. 'Twould break his fraternal heart. But all joking aside, it sounds like he really cares for you.
You can say that again. He must be rather bored, too, now that the situation in Elmira has settled down.
Ah, the Elmirans, the Eastern Menace, as they're often called. I did hear your brother had fought them a number of times. In fact, I hear he's even gone toe-to-toe with Nadir, the great Elmiran warrior.
Another character you'll actually be able to see in Three Hopes. So again, a lot of stuff referenced in this main game. When you decide, if you decide to play Three Hopes, you'll actually get to see some of those other characters, and in a way, in playing that game that some people thought was a sequel, in reality it's an alternate timeline, actually helps fill in the dots and fill in the blanks of certain parts of this story that you didn't understand until you played Three Hopes. So having both games is actually pretty fun for that reason.
Nadir the Undefeated, was it? Just another grizzled old man as far as I'm concerned. But my father was ecstatic when he heard my brother had defeated him. He paraded my brother all over our territory. What a pain that must have been for our people.
A pain? Any celebration is something to be enjoyed. Celebration puts smiles on faces faster than anything. I'm sure even you at least congratulated him, right? A smile from you would surely mean the world to your brother.
Well, sure. Then he got all worked up and started saying things like, I am the protector of Fodlan.
That's not far from the truth, you know? Why do you think the Elmirans have been so quiet lately? They're wary of your brother. If House Goneril of the Border were a bunch of weaklings, the Almirans would have invaded Fodlan a long time ago.
Little plot twist with Nadir. There is some relation between him and Claude. So, you ever wonder why Claude looks ethnically and physically different than everyone else in House Regan? And the Golden Deer? Well, there's a little hint there.
You talk about it as if you've spoken to the Almirans yourself.
Well, I am heir to the leading house of the Alliance. I'm privy to all kinds of information, whether I like it or not.
You act so nonchalant about your studies, but you know so much about politics and history. You're a hard guy to grasp, you know that, Claude?
Oh, I disagree. I'd let you grasp me any day.
Hey,
My
yo!
heart, even my neck.
Ooh, he likes it rough.
But if you want to know all of my secrets, you'll have to bear yours as well.
Alright, that's a little inappropriate. Well, that escalated rather quickly. Oh, yeah, someone else to flap his gums with. Oh, the little kid, Cyril. Okay.
Hey there, Cyril. You're working hard as usual.
Nah, just doing my job.
Rhea herself gives you your daily tasks, doesn't she? The church employs a lot of people, but not too many of them can claim they get to speak with the Archbishop every day. You should be proud of yourself. She clearly values your work ethic.
Hey, is that everything you wanted to say? 'Cause I'm kinda busy here.
Actually, I was hoping to ask you about Rhea. There's so much we don't know about her, but I thought maybe you...
Yeah, I know more about Lady Rhea than anybody. But why should I tell you anything about her?
So cold. Think about who you're talking to.
Huh? What are you to me?
Bro, yeah, probably from...
You don't know who I am?
Of course
Uh-oh.
I do. You're Claude, House Leader of the Golden Deer.
That's not what I mean. Well, never mind then. Tell me, don't you ever miss your homeland?
There's some kinship between these two.
Almira?
Not literal family, but when it comes to the Almirans.
Yes, Almira. Judging by that expression, I'm guessing you're not terribly homesick.
Life was a whole lot harder for me there than it's ever been around here. My dad and mom both died in the war, and there was nobody there to look after me. The king, he didn't do anything to help, so I had to survive by being smart. I had to stop being a kid real quick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't have to apologize. It's not your fault.
Regardless of whose fault it is, I'm still sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't even know that an acquaintance of mine was suffering. And sorry for asking a tactless question about your homeland. I should have known that it was likely to bring back bad memories.
Yeah, that's one thing in Three Hopes that definitely brings a twist, is that these two are closer to each other than they both think. But because Claude has been so far away from the Almirans and everything, it's such, Hey, MMA fan 1990, welcome.
Nah, I get sad or mad when I think about it, but I'm used to it, so I don't mind any.
I see that. Even still, I apologize for being careless.
Okay, well, thanks, Claude. If the King of Almira was like you, maybe things would have been better. Maybe the King's not a bad person and just had other stuff to worry about. But that's not much of an excuse.
If I ever meet the King of Almira, I'll give him a stern talking to on your behalf.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Bunch of things to get done.
You really are on the other side now, aren't you? Huh. Well, if nothing else, it's good of you to turn a blind eye to me.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Bye, Claude.
That was quick and easy. But yeah, there's a little more to Claude and Cyril than this game led on, at least. Alright, I love Lorenz. He's a prick. Oh god, he's got a bone to pick with me. Oh no, not yet. Oh god. I hate when this happens.
Ah, Lawrence, at it again.
Hello, Hilda. Are you training too? If that's the case, I may have to revise my opinion of you. Increased strength and skill would serve as perfect complements to your beauty and esteemed lineage.
No, I just left something here. I don't share your tireless work ethic. You're quite something. I don't think I've ever seen you take a break.
When the fate of all the Alliance rests on your shoulders, the rigors of training seem paltry by comparison. Besides, when my admirers see that even an individual of my talent possesses a diligent work ethic, it is sure to inspire them.
Word. No one likes a slacker, but someone that works their ass off, people tend to respect for sure.
I see. But I was wondering. Never mind. You're clearly busy.
Oh, is there something you require? What do you need? There is nothing I cannot handle.
Oh, the trouble is, I'm no good at fighting. I'm a fragile young lady, not a fearsome warrior.
We all know that's BS. She only comes off that way, but trust me, if you put in the work with her, she tends to be a good melee fighter type out in the field, particularly with wyverns and also with an axe.
I didn't even want to join the academy, honestly. My brother made me.
Of course. For a delicate flower such as yourself, no doubt battle must present a terrible hardship.
Whatever.
It does. It truly does. So I was wondering if, in the next training session, you do my fighting for me? I mean, I can put on a tough, I'm actually fighting kind of air, but that's not quite enough on its own.
Please,
Come on now.
leave all of the difficulty to me. I shall permit no harm to befall you.
Ah, I'm so happy. In that case, I'll focus on giving a convincingly soldierly performance. You know, Lawrence, you're a good guy. Not that I'd have expected anything less from a noble.
With each of your foes that I vanquish, I shall only become ever stronger. Yes, leave it all to me.
What a guy. And all I had to do was ask. Maybe I'll have a snack.
Oh. I was waiting for him to be a bit of a prick, but then again, if I remember, that's not the one that he tends to do it with. But, oh, Leone, oh, let's see how this one goes.
Hey, Lawrence, got a minute?
Certainly. I trust you're well?
Doing great. I found a load of old weapons, just got done hauling them out of storage.
Old weapons, you say? If there are any interesting swords in there, I would love to see them.
Just letting y'all know, Leone is one of my favorites in this game.
They might only be good for training, but with a little care, who knows? Here, have some oil.
And why exactly are you giving this to me?
Like I said, they need a little care. With a bit of maintenance, some of these will really shine.
Yep.
Yes, I heard you. So why did you give me the oil?
Did you not listen?
It's for polishing, Lawrence. Don't tell me you've never polished a weapon before.
Oh, he has not.
But that is hardly a task befitting someone of my station. If you had an exquisite blade, something of real historical significance to complement my noble heritage, that would be another matter.
I just had a naughty thought about this. I'm not gonna say nothing.
In that case, appraise while you polish. You're bound to find something good working through these.
Hey, yo.
This seems as fine an occasion as any to air my grievances. I am a highborn noble. As such, it is my sworn duty to protect the common folk. I have no time for trivialities. What's more, you seem to be under the misapprehension that you can order me about. Please think carefully about how you speak to me.
Bro, do not let your position get to your head. I may have to humble you.
I'm not ordering you around, and I'm not talking to you as a noble either. I'm asking you to help me with this, as a friend.
Yeah.
I am your friend, but I am also a noble. Those two qualities are not mutually exclusive.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, see, this is when it's like, yo, he's a straight up prick. At least this early in the game, anyway.
Oh, good. Let's get to it then, buddy.
Yo, you like to play games with people. Now you getting played, and he gets, yeah, that's funny. All right, so now Lysithea, who likes her cookies and sweets or whatever. Oh, Cabo Leone, okay.
I think I'm gonna pass out. Whoa, Lysithea, you're really pale.
Yeah, I've been feeling really queasy all morning.
Oh,
I'm just heading back to my quarters to rest.
Can you even make it there in that state? Here, climb on my back. I'll carry you.
oh.
What? No. I'm not some sort of infant.
Yeah, she hates having people help her because it makes her feel like a child. if you say certain things to her, she tends to get easily gaslit over that. When someone's like, yo, embrace your cuteness, man. I'm just saying.
Always worried about looking like a kid. No time for that now. Just get on.
Yep, that's right, Leonie.
I'm
You
feeling
tell
a
her.
bit better now. I should be okay from here. Thank you so much, Leonie. I hope I wasn't too heavy. Was I?
No, not at all. Actually made for a fun bit of training.
Training?
Yeah, carrying someone around is good for the legs. You're just the right weight for it, too. I might ask you to help me train again sometime. Anything can be a kind of training with the right attitude, you know?
Also, knowledge of people's interactions and who interacts very well with each other helps a lot when you're playing Fire Emblem Three Hopes. So this is something to really take into effect.
Are you always thinking about training?
Well, I can't devote all my time purely to training. So it's more efficient if I can train while I get other stuff done at the same time.
Wouldn't that actually be rather inefficient?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, for example, if you're training for endurance, it seems running would be a better approach.
Yeah, because you need your heart rate to be pretty stable and very strong in order to endure, and running definitely helps with that. Shake the rhythm up a little bit, but hey.
If you're only ever training by cramming it in with other tasks, you won't be getting the best results. I'm no expert on the subject, but even I can logic that one out.
She's not wrong.
Come to think of it, you do always seem to stick to a pretty rigid schedule, don't you? I've noticed that you focus completely on whatever it is you've set out to do. Then you switch to something else and focus completely on that.
Yep, and I can relate to that.
You've noticed, have you?
Now that I think about it, you may be right. Maybe that is the more efficient way to do things. Hey, you're really bright, Lysithia. Thanks so much for the helpful advice.
That was sweet of Leonie to check on me and carry me all the way to my quarters. And in the end, I just lectured her. She did thank me for it, but I probably could have handled that better.
No, you're good. You're good. Listen, Leonie was chill with you. She ain't Lorenz, bro. Hilda's interactions are some of the funniest ones. Oh, here we go.
Why do I have to organize the library? I'll get in trouble if it's not done, and I can't think of anyone who'd do it for me.
She just doesn't want to work. Like, seriously.
Since no one else is around, though, time for a little break.
You barely did anything. What the heck? She trying to go on break already?
Ha! Yeah! Leonie, always at it. How exhausting that must be. What's this?
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
If you leave it lying on the ground, people will think it's trash.
I usually wear it around my neck, but I put it down while I'm training so I don't get sweat all over it.
Well, people won't know that, will they? You should have just left it in your room.
It's a good luck charm. If I don't keep it close by, then what's the point?
How stubborn of you. I will say it looks to be a very well-loved charm.
Captain Gerald gave it to me when I was a kid.
If it's that important to you, you should wash it. Then again, I suppose it is made of wood. Have you considered coating it with resin? That would preserve it nicely. You could even accessorize it, make it look cute.
Thanks, but Captain Gerald made it especially for me. I'd really rather keep it just as it is.
Well, if that's how you feel, I won't argue with you. Me personally, I'd choose a cute necklace over a dirty old charm any day.
I'm sure you would. But Captain Gerald didn't treat me as some young girl. He treated me like a person who mattered, an equal. He taught me everything.
See, this is why she's one of my favorites. She's one of the most mature ones on the team.
I don't want to forget his teachings, so I'm going to keep this charm just the way it is.
Huh, what do you know?
Alright, who's next? Oh, let's see how Cyril interacts with her.
Hey, Cyril, what do you
you up to? Working?
You're in the way, Hilda. Move.
Damn.
Rude. I'm not in the way.
Are you just here to goof off?
No, I'm here to feed the horses, actually.
Yo, even Cyril sees right through her bee grab.
Uh-huh. Where's the fodder then?
Ooh, busted.
I wasn't sure where to find it. Can you help with that?
I'll take care of it. I'm cleaning the place anyways.
Oh, thanks. It's great to have you on the job. I know you'll handle it perfectly.
Yo, she's a bitch, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't like it when I feel like I'm not doing my part.
You're always so focused on the task at hand. Sometimes I almost forget you're Almiran. I always thought they were a rough and unreliable sort of people.
Racist much?
Though you're not really like the rest of them. You seem normal for the most part.
How did I know? Well, then again, I didn't really bond with Cyril the first time I played this. But, low-key white girl racist vibes here.
Rough and unreliable, huh?
My family has to fight against Almiran sometimes. Not that my father or brother ever clued me in on what the battles were like. But I do know that armies from Almira will attack without reason and break treaties and tell lies.
Do you not forget who your house leader is?
Everyone says they're a bunch of brutes.
Yeah? Huh.
Am I boring you? I'm talking about your people.
Girl, you are making him extremely uncomfortable right now. A little boy at that.
Those aren't my people. I was just born there.
And now he's in denial because of how uncomfortable she just made him feel.
Okay, let's turn the tables. How do the people of Fodlan seem to you, from an Almiran perspective?
See what I mean?
Huh.
That look on your face. Are you okay?
No, he's not. He is extremely uncomfortable.
I can't tell you what I think of folks from Fodlan. I don't really got an impression of them altogether.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means he actually treats you guys with a blank slate and does not discriminate or have any prejudices towards you people. But you, on the other hand, are straight up trash talking his own people to him, and then he's trying to dodge, his ethnic association to that land of people because of how you're bashing them. Like, bro, I never really noticed this before the first time I played this.
There's all sorts of different people everywhere. You can't say everybody of one place is any one thing.
That's right, Sarah. You tell him.
It's no different when you're talking about Fodlan or Almira or any place else. And wherever you go, you see people in power keep the weak ones down.
Yup. Don't matter if you're from Africa, the African continent, either Egypt, Ghana, South Africa, Madagascar, or if you're from Ireland, England, Scotland, Germany, Japan, the United States, somewhere in the middle, Costa Rica. Like, yo, there's always people in power keeping weak people down. And the weaker folk, they can, but.
The only difference, far as I'm concerned, is one place has Lady Rhea, and the other don't.
Yep, and then religion plays a factor in this too. Ooh, oof! I did not expect that interaction, folks. I'll tell you that. I actually was not prepared. All right, Marianne, one of my favorites. Oh, with Sylvain.
Hello, Marianne. All done for the day?
Now, Sylvain is not part of our house. However, he is an ally, one I like to have. And then when you have someone that's occasional and sometimes there's interaction, well, you got this.
Oh, Sylvain. Yes, I was just heading back to my quarters.
Well then, my timing couldn't be better. I was just heading into town and I thought maybe you'd like to join me?
I don't think I should.
I heard a story once about a beautiful maiden who was locked up in a monastery day and night. She was held prisoner by her own fear of the outside world. Then a brave knight set the girl free and took her to town, where they drank tea and talked for hours. So, my fair maiden?
Clearly, he is made in this.
Please, you should not waste your time on me. Besides, my adoptive father requested that I not stray too far from the monastery.
Well, it's not like he's taking you all the way in the middle of, like, you know.
Margrave Edmund wants to keep you locked up, huh? I've heard he's, let's call it ambitious. Well, just tell him who I am. I think he'd approve. I'm heir to House Gautier, one of the most prominent families in the kingdom. I've got a crest, I've got money, and I'm stunningly handsome.
And obnoxious at that.
What's that face for, Marianne? Was it the handsome thing? I can see how that might have been a bit much.
I don't really know you all that well, but I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me that you have a crest.
Oh, the crest part.
No. I didn't mean you should find my crest impressive. I meant your family would, and you know what? Maybe I should start over.
If you're going into town, please just go without me.
Yo, she just wants to stay inside, unless you're inviting her to sit down and have tea time together. I'm just saying.
Okay.
She's a homebody.
I've got to get going anyway. Places to be, you know. Well, this is me going. But remember, should you ever need me, I will forever be your knight, my maiden.
Again, this is a different time, a different type of era. Yes, this is a fictional game, but when you think about it, this is like, you know, 9th century, 10th century, 11th century style. But yeah, I don't think the case here, buddy, is about needing. It's about desiring. And if she wants you to hang out, she'll let you know. Or if she's open to, she'll let you know if you approach.
I wonder what he meant by that.
Okay. At least you got her brain scrambling. I mean, it's something. Ignacio, who are you talking to today? Oh, this should be a fun talk.
Ignatz? Why are you following me?
Oh, can I help you with something? You must be struggling by yourself, Cyril.
This is my job. I do it myself.
But we could do it so much faster working together.
You don't have to.
I don't mind. Plus, if we finish early, you can go and do whatever you like.
You want to know what I want to do?
Sure, tell me.
I'd like to do my assigned work without you pestering me.
Damn, defensive much?
Oh, okay.
But then again, after that interaction with Hilda, can you blame him?
Why are you always so concerned about what I'm doing anyway, Ignatz? It's kind of weird, you know?
Wow. It hurts when you put it like that. I've been meaning to ask you about Elmira. You always look so busy, but I thought you might talk to me if I helped with your work.
There's nothing about Elmira worth talking about.
But I find it all so fascinating. Please, tell me about the people, the buildings, the flowers. Ooh, any scenery you liked looking at.
Now, bear in mind, Ignacio is an artistic-leaning type of character. Play any other RPGs as of late, like Persona 5 Royal, think of it as kind of like Yusuke Kitagawa, in that kind of way. Less about the political or the religious stuff, and more about the artistic elements of wherever he goes and engages.
Nope, never took much time to look at anything. Why do I gotta talk about stuff I don't want to talk about just because you're bored, Ignatz?
Shoot, bro. Go ahead and make us feel uncomfortable now.
Even though you endured hardships, there must have been some things you enjoyed.
You don't get it. Look, I'm gonna go. Should have done it already.
Okay, sorry to bother you. Let me know if I can help. Oh, and I hope we can talk some other time.
But there's nothing to talk about. Jeez, what a weirdo.
When you put it in context of the conversation with Hilda, you can see why he's extremely defensive now. Damn, Ignacio, you having the worst luck. Ooh, my other waifu, Shamir.
Whew. Today's training was murder. Ah, Shamir, I have a question for you. Shamir? Oh, I suppose she's meditating or something. Never mind then, I guess.
Where are you going?
Ah! Shamir!
Don't you have a question?
No, it's not important.
I'm finished meditating. Speak.
No, it's not. You're probably tired anyway.
Always be willing to speak and ask questions. Understood?
Yes,
Ooh,
understood.
very pointed. I like
I'll
that.
remember that for next time.
Next time.
Yes, I'm okay for today. Sorry to disturb you. I'll be leaving now.
Why must he be so difficult?
Well, that's all the support talk, right? Oh, real quick. You always want to keep this in mind because, again, remember, I have some weapons that require some. Ooh, Sword of Creator needs more rest. So, you know what? This is what we're going to do, right? We are going to rest. Yeah, so that way, bring that up because that sword, yo,